Hello. This video will cover the last two variations, the Fugue, variation 32, and the final Minuet. Beethoven said, writing a fugue is like creating musical skeletons. And that's a great description. So the skeletons that he uses in the fugue actually are three main subjects, three skeletons. The first one is based on the original theme, if you remember from Diabelli. He keeps that same falling fourth relationship, the repeated notes, and the turn. And here is the first musical skeleton. That's in the soprano, and the bass comes in. And in a fugue, you have these skeletons or these subjects interacting with one another. So Beethoven has that same melody in all four voices. The second musical skeleton that he combines with this, the counter subject, is based on the chromatic portion of Diabelli's theme, and it sounds like this. Okay, listen to the very beginning, and altogether, these two skeletons sound like this. Continues on. So did you hear in the middle of that, my thumb was playing the chromatic while the two outer voices were playing the repeated one. All right, he continues playing with that. And then we get to this last chord here. Beethoven, that's a seventh chord, and Beethoven said, whenever you want to create a great effect, throw in a seventh chord, and that does it. So where are we going to go from there? And here is where Beethoven gives us his third musical skeleton, and it's based on the turn, and it sounds like this. And he keeps the first theme with it, the first subject, except he doesn't have all the repeated notes in it, just briefly. And he continues along with that, and then he throws in the original skeleton. And then the picky plays the chromatic. And he continues with that, all three at once, and then he gets to this wonderful passage. Then he spans 5 octaves. And then Donald Tovey says, the storm of sound melts away, and the most appallingly beautiful passages ever written transitions us into the next variation. And this is for the musicians in the audience, an enharmonic transition. That E flat becomes a D sharp, leading to here. And then we get to the Minuet. Second phrase. That still has the DNA of the original waltz, but you would never recognize it. And that reminds me of the poem from T.S. Eliot, The Little Gidding, and it said, at the end of all of our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the very first time. That's very true. Now, here also is the quotes from his Opus 111, because the 111 is and we hear that. He also brings that quote you can hear in here. It has the rhythm of 111. And then he carries on. And the last chord that we hear it doesn't sound like an ending. It's is that the beginning of the end, the ending? Here's the rest of that poem. And what we call the beginning is often the end. And to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from. So this is just the beginning, and for more exploration. And I hope you enjoyed the Layman's Guide to the Diabelli variations, and hope to see you again. Thank you.